guys, and welcome to a new video. This past week I felt a bit under the weather, so naturally that meant it was also the best time to do some experimenting with green smoothies. Some turned out amazing, some not so much. Today I'm sharing with you my favorite ones, plus overall what I learned diving deep into the world of green smoothies. One quick thing before we're getting into it, there's only 2 more days left to join me on the vegan creative course, because that is when the campaign ends. That doesn't mean that you can't sign up afterwards, but then it'll just be for the regular price. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's this really awesome online course by the Vegan Network for people who want to learn pretty much everything there's to learn about styling, editing, and shooting food photos. It also goes into how to build a brand and your social media platforms, so if that's something you're interested in, definitely check out the description. Back to the smoothies. This first one is one of my favorites. First, you'll need a few dates. Let them soak in water for about 15 minutes. Those go into the blender without the water. Next up, add about 1 cup of frozen pineapple. Squeeze in half a lemon. Add ice and fresh baby spinach. As for my liquid, I went for cold green tea, but water works totally fine as well, of course. And that's it, just blend it up. I love this one. It's super light and fresh, and yeah. On to green smoothie number 2. For this one, you're going to need 2 to 3 ripe bananas, fresh or frozen, preferably frozen. Next up, throw in a few dates. Those are soaked in water once again. Squeeze in the juice of half a lemon. A teaspoon of some green powder. I didn't even know we had that at home, but yeah, no one seems to use it, so I put it into the smoothie. You could also substitute it with any other green powder you might have on hand. There's so many. Next up, I added some ice, 1 to 2 tablespoons of oats, and light coconut milk. This turns out super creamy and also pretty sweet, so for less of a sweetness, you can just add fewer dates or omit them completely. For smoothie number 3, I added 1 orange to my blender, first peeling it and making sure there's no pits inside. Then I added 1 mango, again without skin and without pit. Up next we have a half a cup of vegan yogurt. This one is even vanilla flavored, but that's not necessary. Then there's some ice and a few more handfuls of fresh spinach. Last but not least, add a teaspoon of chia seeds and blend it all up. For this 4th one, I made a granola smoothie bowl. Into the blender went 2 frozen bananas, a half a cup of frozen pineapple chunks, and frozen green peas. Yep, that's right, peas. I know this looks so wrong, but it works, as in you can't really taste them. A bit more spinach to ensure it actually turns out green. And some water. How much liquid you add is totally up to you. I topped everything off with some granola, and it's this mango flavored one that I got from Aldi, which is accidentally vegan. Also berries. This final green smoothie begins with adding 2 plums to the blender. You could also do peaches instead, or apricot, or nectarines, a handful of frozen berries, 1 banana, frozen spinach and fresh spinach, the juice of half a lemon, once again, which is not pictured, but it's in there, and some oat milk. When it comes to leafy greens in smoothies, I pretty much always go for spinach, keeping it safe. But what about you? Which ones do you put in yours? You can click the poll right here. Yeah, I finally figured out how to make one of those. So finally, here's what I learned about making green smoothies taste good. Use at least 1 cold or icy element. So ice cubes, frozen fruit, frozen veggies. Warm smoothies are just not great in general. If you're first starting out with green smoothies, I'd recommend to use 1/4 veggies and 3/4 of fruit. And you can slowly build up to incorporating more and more greens. The best fruits, in my opinion, to cover up the greens flavor are pineapple and banana, fresh or frozen. If the smoothie turns out tasting a bit off, you can save it by either adding a little bit of sweetener, so throw in 1 or 2 dates, or add 1 or 2 teaspoons of agave, or add a bit of fresh lemon juice. That works amazingly as well. And if it still tastes weird, and that's okay too. I mean, in the end, it's still liquid veggies and fruits. So at least you can still feel good about yourself for doing good things to your body. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. You can leave me a comment down below and tell me what videos you want to see in the future so that I know. Once again, if you're interested in the creative course, definitely check it out. Links will be in the description. Like I said in the beginning, there's only 2 more days left to sign up, so check it out now if you want to. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye!